Hello and welcome to a special tourism edition today. We're going to discuss some of the great new attractions and events that are going on here in the city of Pikeville. My name is Sean Cochran and my guests with me today are City of Pikeville Executive Tourism Director Andy Linton and Zipline Course Manager Morgan Atkins. Hey guys.
How you doing?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful today.
Great.
Doing great. So Andy, Executive Tourism Director for the City of Pikeville, brand new position for you, just coming into it this year.
Yes.
And had a little bit of trial by fire, so to speak. When you first started, 2 days after you started was Hillbilly Days.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that. How was that for you?
Wonderful. I'm no stranger to Hillbilly Days. I used to work it in the past, been here for 10 years now, and just a little bit different on this side of the fence, so to speak.
Yeah. So, a lot of people in town during Hillbilly Days, sometimes close to 150,000 people over 3 days. So definitely enough to keep you busy and keep you hopping.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And, we've got a lot of new exciting attractions in Pikeville this year, but also some great events that have been running now for several years, and you've stepped right into those and gotten really busy taking care of those. But I want to start off talking a little bit about Muscle on Main. And if you don't care, take me through what you're doing now for Muscle on Main, because we've made some changes that are new and fun and exciting, and we're going to have some great things going on this year. So tell us a little bit about Muscle on Main, when it is, what's going on.
Okay. Muscle on Main consists of on the second Saturday of every month. We brought back the burnouts and the block party on Friday nights at the Riverfield now. I do believe last year they did that at different businesses, but this year we brought it back to one location, bigger location for everybody to be able to participate.
So how did that first one go, Andy? We had the first one a couple weeks ago, and had the block party in the Riverfield. Of course, we brought the burnouts back, yes. and we had a bunch of great cars down there. We had some vendors down there.
Yes.
Of course, we got the new Riverfield Arena seating that was used, and
yes.
and so as you made your way around the crowd, how did people feel about that?
I do believe everybody was very excited about it. We're trying to create that family atmosphere, so we're for the block parties, we're trying to. We have a bunch of vendors down there that serve food, so that you can come straight after work, come down and participate. We're also having people encouraging the tailgating, which seemed to be a pretty good. Everybody seemed to enjoy that as well. The burnouts were a pretty big success. I think we ended up with 9 participants, and the crowd was pretty big. And we're starting a kids fun zone down there as well, sponsored by Gaddy's Pizza. They're going to have some bouncy houses and some games and prizes and that kind of thing down there as well. That will also continue over to the Muscle on Main on Saturday, where they'll be doing the kids fun zone on the plaza. We're also having U-Pike basketball players are having a shoot around for the kids. Some of the players are coming down to play basketball with the kids on the plaza. And then we have the drag races that evening. Of course, we have the car show that's sponsored by, this week is actually going to be sponsored by the Good Old Boys Car Club, and then the Appalachian Street Rods will have 3 events out of the year as well.
And so that car show, Andy, that's on Saturday, right?
Yes.
So Saturday is a big day too. So Friday night is a big day. You have the block party going on and lots of great things going on down there. The kids zone is great. And that's, Andy, that's one of the things that we hear a lot is what a great family event this is, and how you can bring your family out, bring the kids out and enjoy it. So some great additions this year to the block party, and it sounds like to the cruise in of the bouncy houses, the kids zone.
Yes.
Coach Wells bringing the guys out to do a shoot around with the kids. That's great.
Yes.
It's awesome the kids get involved with that. So tell me a little bit about the drag racing, how that works, how that's going. And in conjunction, I know this last drag race that we had, our new Riverfield Arena was fairly full, so seems to be going really well. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, the drag racing, we are still trying to iron out some of the kinks as far as the classing of the event, but I'm confident we'll have that taken care of here within the next week, and we'll get those rules posted. And stick to them the rest of the year. So the drag racing, everybody seems to be all about it. One thing that we didn't do this year was the street mods, but due to track course safety, we need to really monitor the safety issue. Be the first thing, high priority on my list as far as safety and the pits and just overall safety for the general driver and the general public as well.
Right, because we want to have a good show. We want everybody to be safe.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really important. So, where do you see the future for Muscle on Main? Where do you see this event going? How's this event going to grow?
To be honest with you, not that I'm trying to mirror somebody else, but I'd like it to be the Somerset of the East. East of Kentucky.
And you're talking about Summer Nights Cruise.
Summer Night Cruise. Yeah, I've
they
heard a
have
lot
in
about
Somerset.
that
Great
event.
Great event. Yeah.
So, like to get our event just as big, if not bigger.
Yeah.
Especially on this side of the 75.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's wonderful. So a lot of great things going on with Muscle on Main. Of course, that is the second weekend of every month.
Yes.
And then the next installment is in June.
June 12th and June the 13th. Unfortunately, in June, we're not having the drag races. We're actually having the Marshall Tucker show in the Riverfield. We're having a bike show on June 12th, the Friday night before. On Saturday the 13th, we are having the cruise in and the car show. I do believe that they're going to be having some festivities in the Riverfield as far as having music start at noon. There'll be some vending and vendors down in the Riverfield that starts at noon and they'll last until the end of the Marshall Tucker show.
Great. So, but Friday night, everything's all the same.
Everything's all the same.
Burnouts and everything all cruise in, everything going on Saturday. And then finish it up with a great concert by Marshall Tucker. We'll get to that here, man. I'm gonna let you tell us a little bit more about what all's going on with that weekend too. So, but I guess our next big event coming up for the city is going to be the 4th of July. That's right around the corner. I know it seems like we were just in winter, and here we are already right in the middle of event season and moving right along. So, but 4th of July in the city park, of course, we have it on the 4th, actually on the 4th of July. And a lot of decorations, a lot of great things going on there. I think you've got bouncy houses for the kids that are going to be there.
Yes, we have inflatables, and then I do believe that we'll decorate the park very well and then I do believe we also have fireworks that evening.
We do have fireworks, absolutely, we do, and that's always a great thing. And if I'm not mistaken, this year the VFW is going to participate. Pikeville VFW Post is going to participate. Maybe cook some hot dogs, have some free hot dogs for the folks. So,
awesome. Of
course, we always have drinks and everything out there too. So, great event for the 4th of July. Always live music in the park. Judge Mullins and his band always playing live music in the park. So that's going to be great. But tell me then, right after that, or excuse me, right before that, I guess in June, is this Marshall Tucker, Fire in the Mountains. Tell us about that. Tell us what that is.
We're going to have, like I said, Friday night before the Marshall Tucker, we're actually going to have a bike show. The Christmas in July guys are going to put on a bike show, and we're going to do still have the kids zone and the cruise in and the burnouts. Trying to get some guys to come and maybe even some stunt riders or something. We're trying to figure some things out like that to make a great show out of that evening. The very next day, starting at noon, we got a bunch of bands that are playing in the Riverfield. We're going to be, then they follow that up with the Marshall Tucker in the evening. The Main Street Muscle on Main will actually happen as well. We're having a car show and the cruise in during the day. Registration at 10, show starts at by 1, and then we'll still have the kids zone on the plaza. So it's still going to be we'll have plenty of vendors out on the street to sell food and stuff, novelties and things that you can buy. Should be a great event.
So all kinds of great stuff going on around that weekend.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Now tell us about the ticket pricing for Marshall Tucker and the structure of how that works. I know we're going to have live music, I think, on the 13th.
Yes,
down in Riverfield. So talk to us about.
There's still VIP tickets, and there's also regular seating available. The regular seating is $25, available all day. The VIP seating, I believe, is $45. You can buy both of those tickets starting at noon and go down, and you can listen to the music from noon until the end of Marshall Tucker. So it's a good value for all-day music.
Absolutely, great value. And I understand there's going to be a refreshment tent area.
Yes.
That is air conditioned.
Yes.
They're
trying to do.
It's going to be air conditioned.
An air conditioned tent outside.
So air conditioned refreshment tent, guys, absolutely huge there, especially in June.
Yes, when it's really,
when it's starting to get warm. But what a great day. I mean, so and just by the way, all the other things that we've talked about, with the exception of Marshall Tucker, what's the price on all those events to come and see those Muscle and Man, a cruise in a day?
Free.
Absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
Absolutely free. So great events, great family fun, lots going on. Andy, real quick, I just want to talk a little bit about then another event that we've got going on in September, and this is the third year for the Hatfield-McCoy Heritage Days.
Yes.
Of course, that's coming up September 24th through the 26th.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that. I know it's not the size of Hillbilly Days, and I think it was not intended to be. It was to get back to our cultural roots, so to speak. But we've got some great events going on during that festival as well.
Yeah, I do believe on Thursday night we're still going to try to do we're going to actually do burnouts on Thursday night this year, and then Friday night will be the drag racing. And then Saturday night, we're actually going to do a demolition derby.
Demolition Derby.
Demolition derby.
And those are all in the Riverfield.
All in the Riverfield.
All in the Riverfield Arena. And free admission to all those.
Yes, yes.
So you're going to be able to sit in our new Riverfield Arena stands and watch a real demolition derby in Riverfield.
Yeah, that ought to be interesting.
That ought to be fun. That ought to be great. That ought to be great. So, but then also with Hatfield-McCoy Festival, of course, all the vendors coming back.
Yes.
That we had some great food vendors, but also a real focus in this festival on arts and crafts.
Yes, arts and crafts. We're going to be blocking off the main street, being able to have a bunch of vendors and arts and crafts people down there as well, in front of the Expo Center, all the way down to Division Street. So hopefully we can fill those up, and it'll be a big event. It'll be fun.
Right, and that's kind of grown every year.
Yes,
and
it has grown a little bit every year.
It's grown a little bit every year, and we've intentionally started at not necessarily small, but we started at a size that could be managed, obviously, and have grown every year at that festival, and that's a great festival. I understand too that there's a Hatfield-McCoy reunion dinner that's going to be going on during that festival with something like 100 family members from all across the country.
Yes.
They're going to be coming in to attend that reunion dinner to kind of bury the hatchet, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all kinds of great stuff going on, folks. There's always something to do in Pikeville. Main Street Live, we didn't even touch on Main Street Live, but that's a great event that happens the first and third Friday of every month, starting this Friday, tomorrow.
Actually, yes, starting tomorrow night.
Starting this Friday.
Be food and refreshments on the plaza. It's also a free event. That's been growing tremendously year after year. So
and
entertainment's high quality, so that's awesome as well.
It's a great event. Of course, different genres of music each week.
Yes.
So there's always something for everybody, whether it's from bluegrass to Elvis to rock and roll to country.
Yes.
Always something great going on there. So, Andy, one last thing I want to touch on. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had a lot going on here in town, from SOAR to there was a couple more conferences. And tell us a little bit about how many people we had and what your week was like. A couple
Very
weeks ago.
busy week. I do believe we had a lot of people from out of town. We had the SOAR conference on Monday, then followed it up with the KTIA tournament conference with the Kentucky travel industry, which brought tourism people from all over the state here in a tune of about 200 people, which, by the way, I talked to quite a few of them. I attended that conference, and they were all excited about our area. A lot more stuff to do in this area as far as people that haven't been here in a while. Pleasantly surprised that we actually had a lot more than they realized. So that was a good thing. And then followed it up with the Big Sandy Technical College had their retreat here as well on Friday. So we did a lot of zip lining, we did a lot of paddle and saddles, a lot of Hatfield-McCoy tours. It was a great showing for our city and for all the events that we have in the city.
And that's the great thing.
And the assets.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Andy. And the investments that the commission has made in these attractions and events is really starting to pay off. We're really starting to see people from outside of the region come in. You mentioned the employee retreat, and we're starting to see a lot of that.
Yes.
And Morgan, I know you're working with several groups now coming in to ride the zip line, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit, Morgan, also brand new. Just started with us when White Lightning Zip Line opened, doing a fantastic job. Manager at White Lightning and Hatfield-McCoy River Trails, and Also working quite a bit in Bob Amos Park on some trails and things like that. So Morgan, tell us a little bit about what your experience has been like to come in and work with the zip line.
It's been great. The zip line's definitely a great asset to Pikeville. We've had some of the groups that you guys mentioned earlier came and zipped with us as well, so that's been a good experience for them. Everyone's been really excited. We're working right now with the U-Pike Upward Bound to get them in to do some zipping and the school trips right here at the end of school. They've been treating the Beta Club and the course groups and stuff by bringing them up to zip, and we've just been having a lot of fun. Doing the kayaks as well and the horseback riding. We got all that going on right now, and it's picking up. It's getting warmer outside, and we're getting out there, and it's really doing well.
That's and tell us just a little bit, if you can, about that partnership that you're working with. You mentioned the horse trails and working with Betty Tackett.
Oh yeah, they're great. There's lots of horses up there. There's beautiful trails. It's about a 2-hour trip. You go up, and we come down to our office, and we take you up in a van and go up and get saddled up, and then you're through the mountains, seeing a lot of nature and wildlife, and it's a great thing.
So Morgan, one of the questions I get all the time is, people say, well, how long is the zip line? And they don't understand that there's 8 lines in total, and that throughout the state, we're actually one of the largest in terms of number of lines. So tell us about the course, about how many lines we have, and some of the platforms and things like that, and what your experience is like riding the zip line.
Yeah, that's a big question everyone asks me too. They can't believe that you get to ride all 8 zip lines for one low price. But we've got 8 different lines, different speeds, different lengths. The longest one's about 1,000 feet long, and our fastest one you can reach probably up to about 50 miles per hour, maybe even faster. We're about to clock that to find out for sure. But you're zipping all through the mountains, just from one side to the other, back and forth, and you go up in the hills, and whenever you come down, you land back down at the office. And so it's fun. We got some longer lines, some faster lines, some shorter lines. We got hanging platforms up there where you're suspended from a tree, kind of like you're up in a tree house. And we've got a nice suspended bridge that surprises people up there. But it's really nice. You get a chance to be up in the mountains, and you're zipping through. You get to see a lot of things that you wouldn't see every day. And it's just a nice outdoor event for your family, for young people, just older people as well. It's on a lot of people's bucket lists, and so everybody's been up and zipping. It's been really fun. I'm look forward to everything. We're growing and we're new, so we're doing new things and looking to expand, and it's a great thing to come check out for sure.
That's great. And you mentioned families. Would you say the mix is? Do you see a lot of families come through, especially with kids, and are they all riding, or is are mom and dad coming and just letting the kids ride, or this is a great family experience?
Yeah.
You mentioned.
There's a little bit of both. Just depends. Usually we have the whole family. Sometimes the whole family will come, and then we've had a couple instances where the kids want to come back and ride. So mom and dad will just sit down. We have some nice picnic tables with umbrellas down there. If you're just bringing your kid or something, you want to sit and wait, and you can actually see them zip over top of you on 3 different lines. So that's really nice. But we've had anywhere from groups of 8th graders from Jones Creek Beta Club came and zipped with us to just older couples coming, because that's just something that they want to do together. But it's definitely a family event. And we usually have mom and dad, and we've even had people come up and they were just going to watch, and by the time they got up there, they decided that they wanted to actually go on the line and zip as well. So we've got a large variety of people.
That's great. That's great. And so you mentioned the picnic tables out front. There's a nice area out front. And by the way, tell us where that building is. Where can you come to if you want to ride the zip line?
Come to our address is 500 Bob Amos Drive. It's directly behind the walking track. It's the big brick building, big garage doors. Got signs all over the place. You can't miss it. So you just come up there and just walk into the office. You can make a reservation online at visitpikeville.com, or you can call the office 606-444-5131. Make a reservation by phone, or you can just walk in and we'll do our best to fit you in. But if you're just coming up and waiting, there's plenty of places to sit out there and wait. If you want to walk around the track, sit at our picnic tables, umbrellas. We're opening up a little store inside right now. We're working on that. We'll be selling drinks and snacks and merchandise and stuff. So you can go hiking while you're up there waiting. There's lots of things to do. Up by the zip line. Absolutely
is a great part, Morgan. And you mentioned making a reservation online. Would you recommend probably that's the best way?
Yeah, without a doubt. And you can choose we have different destination times, so you can choose whatever time works well for you. You can choose, the day. Like I said, you can walk in, but it's not guaranteed, so definitely the reservation's recommended.
So what you're saying is by making that reservation, you're going to guarantee you get to go at the time
Yep.
you want to go, because
Assured
it
your
is busy.
spot. Yeah, it is busy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
Right.
just make that reservation, and we'll make sure we have the slot saved for you and be ready to go as soon as you get up on the hill.
So how much is it to ride the zip line if you just want to come and ride the zip line?
Okay, so the price for kids 8 to 14 is $25, and then $29 for adults.
Yeah, you won't find a better deal anywhere than that. So adults are 29, kids are 25.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic deal. You can't find a better deal than that anywhere in the state. And I think the state average is about $62
Yeah.
per person.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go in the state, and the highest one is around $90. So fantastic value.
Yeah.
Morgan, are you seeing a lot of people from outside the region come
Yeah,
down to zip line?
we actually have. We've had people come from Virginia. We had some ladies from Ohio came and zipped the other day, and during Hillbilly Days. But even after Hillbilly Days, we've had people come in, and usually you can tell sometimes when someone's from out of town. I ask them and talk to them, and we've had people travel pretty far to come zip.
Yep, that is great. And you mentioned the groups that you've had. What about birthday parties or corporate retreats or
Oh
things
yeah,
like
that's
that?
definitely, we're setting up an area, and we're going to have a shelter designated for birthday parties and company retreats. We've got a facility up there. We'll take care of. There's refrigerators, for food, and we've got a group rate going on right now. 10 people for $199.99, so it averages out to be about $20 a person. And if you have a group larger than 10, we have tours that go out about every 30 minutes, so we can take care of smaller groups, larger groups. But we're definitely working on a birthday party package right now, and like a little treat bag, maybe something special for the birthday boy or girl, and we're looking forward to that.
Wow, that's great. And one of the things that I saw somewhere that I had never thought about was zipline weddings. I saw that, I don't know if it was on YouTube or somewhere, but some folks had their wedding on a zipline. So I'm sure we could probably accommodate that if someone wanted to actually have their wedding up there.
Yeah, we're open to zipline weddings. I'd be really excited about that.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to come get married at the zipline, we'll definitely accommodate them.
But certainly for birthday parties or company retreats or team building, really great for things like that. And you say if you buy 10, $199.
$199.99, so it's a little less than $20 a person. Really good deal.
That's a fantastic deal. Absolutely great deal on that. So tell me a little bit about the River Trail and how that's going and how that's growing this year.
Yeah, the River Trail's a lot of fun. The really nice kayaks. You come up to the office. You can book online, like I said, at visitpikeville.com, call the office, or walk in. We have different destination times for that. You load up in the bus. We'll take you behind the Holiday Inn at Island Creek is the ramp that you get in. And we loaded the kayaks, in the river for you, send you off. Someone will be waiting down at Texas Roadhouse at that ramp down there to pick you up. It's usually about a two-hour tour. You can float, you can paddle, just depends on what you want to do. It's very relaxing though to just float down the river and just enjoy.
And it's my understanding is all kayaks this year.
All kayaks this year.
And they're all sit-on-top kayaks.
Yes, they are. They're very nice kayaks, very comfortable. $20 per kayak rental. It's like I said, it's about a two-hour tour.
And you can make that reservation at the website as well, visitpikeville.com,
Yes, sir.
or call the office.
Or call the office.
And these kayaks, I think when people hear kayaks, sometimes they get a little worried because they think about whitewater and real extreme sports. This is not what that is.
No,
so.
Usually people are worried about flipping over. It's pretty hard to flip over. You have to almost force yourself to flip over in the kayaks that we have in order to, it's very safe. That's also a good family event. Just have the family all floating down the river together. It gets hot out there, so on the back of the kayaks you can also attach a little cooler with water, or Gatorade or whatever, maybe a snack. Just depends, but yeah, the kayaks are very comfortable, very hard to tip over as well.
And those are Jackson. We have all matching kayaks now.
Yep.
There's the Jackson Riviera kayaks. Really good kayaks. So
Very nice.
Talk to us a little bit about the zip paddle and saddle package.
Okay, so the zip saddle and paddle, you do the zip line, which is about a 2-hour tour. You also get to do the kayaks, which is around a 2-hour tour, and then the horseback riding, which is a 2-hour tour. You book online at the website, or you can call the office to make a reservation. You'll come up. We'll start off. We'll do the zip line. We'll ride the horses. We'll do the kayaks. We take you to every destination. You get in a van. We'll drive you there. Come back and pick you up. We have dressing rooms up at the zip line, so you can change into your swimwear or stuff like. It's $69. So that's about a 6-hour day, nice family day for $69. Very good deal.
Wow,
Can't beat it.
$69 for, and is there I think it's $65 for kids, right? 69 for adults, 65
for kids.
So just a great value there. Yeah. And you mentioned that's a full day of adventure, really. You know, of enjoying the outdoors. And Morgan, I know you're an outdoors person. So tell us a little bit too about you know, some of the hiking trails, some of the outdoor opportunities, because one of the things that we hear about all the time is ecotourism.
Yeah.
And certainly here in Pikeville, we feel like we're in a position to take advantage of the mountains and all this beautiful surrounding that we have. So what are we doing with our hiking and walking trails there at Bob Amos?
We without a doubt have lots to do outdoors. The hiking, we have different trails, different distances, depends on how long of a hike you want to do, different difficulties, depends on how intense you're looking to. So you can walk, there's a walking trail, really nice walking trail. We keep that up, make sure all the brush is cleared out, all the weeds are cut, and just walk through. And we have some that you'll see families go up in the hills to go hiking, and then you see people with gear, like ready to go really hiking up there. So they're all mapped out. There's directions to tell you, you know, this trail or that trail to tell you which way to go, and there's signs up that tell you how far you've hiked, so you kind of know what's going on there. But there's tons of hiking up behind Bob Amos. Some of the hiking you cross over the zip line, so you'll actually get to see people up in the hills zip lining, and there's plenty of hiking up there. And you get to see lots of wildlife, beautiful mountains, beautiful flowers, everything's blooming up there. Nice place to take pictures as well.
And you had a great picture on
Yeah.
Instagram, great picture that you posted of one of the hiking trails up there. Speaking of Instagram,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how can people keep up with us on social media?
So we have Instagram, we have Facebook, and we have Twitter. So definitely, if you're up, post a picture. Our Instagram is just White Lightning Zipline. That's how you follow it. And then our Twitter's the same. And then on Facebook, it's the same. So just search, you know, White Lightning Zipline. Follow us. We'll even follow back.
Yep.
We follow back. But yeah, and we post videos up there, and when we have specials going on, and we're just working with different groups. Hopefully we're going to be working with the Relay for Life. So that'll be, just look for that on Instagram and Facebook and things. And we're definitely posting our groups that come up, and Instagram's new for us. We're really getting into our social media and trying to get the word out there about the zipline.
Great. So a lot of great things going on up there. Obviously great family fun, but you know, really no need to go outside of the region anymore. Stay right here at home and enjoy all these great things.
Yeah, we've got something to offer everyone, no matter what you're looking for.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit to offer, whether you just want to go hiking, or you want to have the thrill of flying through the air on the zip line, or floating down the river on your kayak, or we had a lady that never been horseback riding nor zip lining. She came and did both in the same day, so it was a really good day for her. So yeah, there's no need to go outside of Pikeville. We got what you're looking for right here.
Yeah, and if you want to visit Pikeville, you know, we'd be glad to have you come in, check out our website, www.visitpikeville.com. Lots of great things going on in and around Pikeville, from zip lining to hiking to great car events, drag racing, a little bit of everything that we've got going on here, guys. I mean, and just really great family fun and great value on all these things, whether it's from free events to some of the best value pricing on the zip lining or the kayaking, really anywhere in the state, certainly anywhere in the region. So lots of fun stuff to do. And you guys are going to stay busy all summer.
Oh yeah, Absolutely. We're definitely going to be busy.
Yeah,
excited about it though. Excited to help the city grow and progress and bring in tourists. It's definitely exciting.
Great. Well, guys, thanks for being with us today and filling us in on all the great things going on in and around Pikeville. I know you guys are busy and need to get back to working on these great events and attractions. So, thanks for being with us again. Thank you guys for being with us for this special tourism and events edition today. For any information, you can go to www.visitpikeville.com. Check out information. There's links, reservations. You can find all the information you need right there. Thank you.